Hey guys, The Outsider Jess here, and welcome back to another video on this channel. I finally upload again after 8 months, and it's because I have some bad news. The title of this video isn't clickbait. I have to get surgery this Friday. 3 weeks ago, I was taken to the ER due to pain in my abdomen. It was 10 p.m. on a Sunday, and of course all good things happen to me on a Sunday. Just like the time I went blind. Don't worry, I got my vision back. Trust me when I say, that is a story for another day. I was on my couch trying to finish this presentation for an environmental science class. I don't know why. Guess those rocks hit different in 2022. Anyway, I started feeling this weird sensation on the side of my stomach, and it was very painful. I had my monthly cycles like 2 days before, and sometimes after having one, my muscles ache for a few days. I didn't take Motrin the day before, and on that particular Sunday, it was one of those days. So I took Motrin earlier in the day, along with an acid reducer, which will help settle my stomach when I take the Motrin. So when I felt this weird pain that appeared seemingly out of nowhere at 10:30 on a Sunday night, I instantly started to panic. I went into my kitchen and took an acid reducer. After an hour, I noticed the feeling on my side was getting worse and worse. This is when it occurred to me that it might be serious. So I took out my phone and Googled which side the appendix is on, and it was on the right side, which is where I was feeling the pain from. So I called my mom, who is a nurse. I was like, "Mom, the right side of my body is hurting me. I think it might be my appendix." The first thing out her mouth was, "So you're not going to class tomorrow? You can't keep missing all these days." And I'm just like, I don't care. I want this pain to stop right now. I have a project to finish and I have finals to study for. My mom said to take some medicine and drink some tea and see if that would help it settle. I do just that as I try to finish up the project through the best of my abilities. I put a heating pad on my side and I try to finish my project, which I did. The pain did not get better throughout the night. Instead, it got worse. By the time it was 3 in the morning, the pain did not disappear, and I called my mom and told her that the pain hasn't disappeared. My mom said, "Okay, come to the hospital in the morning and try to stick it out through the night and get some sleep." Spoiler alert, I did not have a good night's sleep that night, as I've never experienced this pain before. I wake up, I go get ready to go to the hospital, and I'm really unsteady. Whatever is causing this pain, I was 100% sure that sickle cell was playing its part in it as well. So I get up, take a shower, get dressed, and maybe fall asleep somewhere in between the process. I also did not eat anything as the thought of food made me feel incredibly sick. My mom called me at 7:30 and asked if I was ready to go to the hospital and that my brother was going to drop me, and the latest we should leave the house is at 8 o'clock. I said okay. I get up and put on some sweats and make sure that my dog ate and went outside. I make sure to have all of my school things as well, and it wasn't for me because I knew I was staying in the hospital, but it was because my mom told me to, just in case that if it's not serious that I could go to school, and I knew that wouldn't be the case, but I brought it anyway. My brother drops me off to the hospital, and if you've ever had sickle cell, the drive to the hospital is always the worst. You can feel every bump and surface of the road through the car. The worst is when it's the face, back, and leg. I have cried many times on the drive over as a kid. Anyway, I enter the hospital. I have to wait for my mom to come get me as I don't know where I'm going, so I can't do the process to get my guest pass for the hospital. My mom comes down 20 minutes later and brings me to the surgeon she knows, who feels my abdomen and tells my mom that it's tender. The surgeon brings me to the ER to get a CT scan and see what's going on. Before the scan, I get IV fluid and I was given pain medication and something to prevent nausea. I also had to drink this disgusting fluid before the scan. I do the test and we found out it's an OBGYN issue. Apparently, I have a cyst on my right ovary that has to be removed, so I will be having surgery this Friday, which is also going to be my 3rd surgery. Jesus Christ, another fucking surgery. I honestly don't know how to feel about it. While I'm sad this happened to me, I'm also pissed off that this is happening. It didn't feel right going to do this surgery without updating you guys first, as I have been gone for basically 8 months. Now I want to take the time to talk about why I was gone for so long. Around December, I started feeling pain on one side of my face. I have experienced that pain before, and now is the day where I went blind. Once again, I would like to remind you that I did get my vision back, and I'm not going to go into too much detail on that as I want to talk about that experience separately. When I felt that pain again, I panicked. Out of all my sickle cell crises, getting one in the face is the worst. It's an odd numb sensation that slowly gets worse over time. When that pain happens, it's hard for me to do things like eat, talk, and smile as the pain gets worse. And of course, as you know, worst case scenario is I go blind. Basically, for the entirety of winter, I was taking 800 milligrams of Motrin almost every day. I was tired and in tons of pain all the time, and I was a little depressed because I wanted to make videos, but due to my face constantly hurting recording, I couldn't. And every video I tried to make during this time not only sucked, but it came off as forced, which is the last thing I want when I make a video, because I'm at my best when I'm at my most genuine. So I decided to focus on my schoolwork. After that winter, I had a hard time keeping up with school as my health went to shit, and slowly so did my grade. It got harder and harder for me to keep up with the schoolwork, and now I'm working on improving my GPA, and I constantly feel like I have to catch up in all my classes. Can I stop playing with bad luck now? Like seriously, why can't I catch a break? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see all of you lovely people next time. Later!